Hi, Michael Poutine here. And if you're watching this video, chances are you've watched other videos of mine here on YouTube, and you might even be a subscriber. So I'd like to thank you for that. I really appreciate it. It's nice to make these videos and have people actually look at them and comment on them and such. Well, what today's video is about, it's a special sort of introduction to my Patreon channel. Now here on YouTube, I present a lot of ideas and concepts, and I do some performance videos and things like that, but I'm just kind of scratching the surface here. Over on Patreon, I go into much more depth. I go into detail. I go into a lot of concepts that I wouldn't even approach here on YouTube. Currently on Patreon, I'm running a series called Foundations of Perception, which really delves into exactly that, perception, how we perceive sound, how others perceive sound, and things like that. So this is a special preview of one of the episodes that's called The Scent of Lingering. Now, the full episode is 2 parts, and it runs about 45 minutes. But this is kind of highlights from that episode, just to give you a flavor of the type of material you will find on my Patreon channel. Again, it goes into much more depth about sound, about instruments, about philosophy, about a wide range of subjects that really all combine and can be melded into all this. Sound work, however you want to describe it. So I'd like to invite you to check out my Patreon page. It's $15 a month, and you get full access to everything. There's a new video every week, and currently I think somewhere around 150 videos I have up there. There's a monthly newsletter, and I'm going to start some other things in there too. Hopefully some downloadable MP3 tracks and more sort of information in downloadable PDF files. So again, stop over to Patreon if you like this video, check it out, and it's $15 a month. I mean, a couple cups of coffee will pay for that. All right, check this out, and thanks a lot. One of the most famous expressions is stop and smell the roses, or in this case, the flowers. I'd like to talk about that type of idea and how we can connect it with our sound work. I'd like to talk about the scent of lingering. I just finished the manuscript for my next book, and in part of the research I've done for the book, I've been reading a lot of different philosophers in that. And one of them who I've really connected with is a Korean philosopher, Byung-Chul Han. I've read a number of his books, and they've really informed a lot of ideas that have given me food for thought, especially in the way that I do my sound work. Now, Han, as I said, he's a Korean philosopher. He currently lives in Berlin, Germany, where he's a professor. But he brings together an interesting synergy of Asian thought and Western European thoughts. You have that sort of Zen idea from Asia and especially from Germany, that very sort of mechanized, very straight thinking ideas. And he melds that together and comes up with an interesting sort of philosophy. So Hahn writes, when the intervals become shorter, the rate of succession of events accelerates. The compression of events, information, and images makes it impossible to linger. That last sentence there. The compression of events, information, and images makes it impossible to linger. Think about that. Now we've got all this AI stuff, and we've got all this computer technology stuff pushing us to never linger, to keep going. And that's why we're all exhausted, because we never stop. We don't stop to smell the flowers, you know. We don't stop to linger on anything. So think about that. The compression of events, information, and images makes it impossible to linger. And that's an important thing to think about is if I went to my own session, how would it be? Would I like it? How would my experience be? What would I like? What wouldn't I like? What would I want to change? These are the things we have to ask ourselves, especially if we want to evolve and grow and get better. You just can't be up there unaware of what you're doing and go, oh, well, the people like it. Okay, great. No, you have to get a bigger awareness of it. You have to be aware of what it's like out there. So think about these two things. What does your playing look like at your sessions? And if you were a participant, what does it look like from that viewpoint? Let's talk about lingering here. It's the whole point of this transmission. Got my cup of tea. I could just gulp it down, not give it a second thought, like a lot of us do. You know, we get our coffee, our tea, our soda, glass of water, whatever we're drinking, and we just drink it down, discard the cup, and we're on to the next thing. Easy exercise to do. Go into your studio, your sound space, wherever your instruments are, and pick out one thing: gong, bowl, bell, something that resonates, and just strike it once. Bing. Let that sound resonate out. And let it evaporate into the ether. Take in the room. You're in this room. What does it sound like in the room? How's the sound coming reflected back to you? Repeat this 4 or 5 times, or however long you want. You might get caught up in it and just keep doing it, unaware of the passing of time, because you have no destination other than to be right here in the now, to linger upon the now, to linger upon the sound that you are making. Enjoy it, just like a cup of tea or coffee in the morning. So it's the same about the sounds we make. Play a sound. Let the people out there assimilate that sound. Let them assimilate the intention you have behind the sound. Why did you play that sound? What did you mean with that sound? Let them take in the silence. Then out of the silence, when you play another sound, it has meaning. It's like doom scrolling. I mean, after a while, everything just becomes this cascade of light going by your eyes, and it's all the same. It's all the same. We're here. Bing. I play my sound. I let it evaporate. All in this together in the same room, the same space. Feeling the sound, feeling the silence and the sound merge and come together. And then the silence coming out of that merger. And that's what we are left with. And feeling that. I hope you found that interesting. And again, that's the type of material and the depth of material that I present on my Patreon channel. Much deeper than the sort of general overview material I put here on YouTube. So if you like what you saw, want to sample a little more, it's $15 a month. And that opens up everything. I mean, you can binge watch. You can pay for 1 month and binge watch 24/7 for 30 days if you want and see probably everything. But I hope that you join and stick around because there's a lot of new exciting things coming up in the future. Okay. Thanks for being here, and I really appreciate it, and we will see you in the next video here on YouTube and on Patreon.